Well, welcome back to Monster Train. Today's episode's coming to you at 7:30 p.m. It is the same day that I recorded yesterday's episode, but it really doesn't feel like it because that episode was recorded at like 9 a.m. when I woke up. How you doing? How's it going? I'm gonna have like a 2-day backlog for Monster Train, which is wild, of my own volition. I said it when I got back from vacation, but I feel like I was asleep for the week that I was in vacation. And now that I'm back, everything feels very foreign. It's very strange because I live very much in the right now, and I don't really spend a whole lot of time thinking about other stuff, you know? I don't really do a whole lot of long-term planning or anything. And that's cool, it's good. I just kind of like big changes in life never really affect me all that much, but small changes very fast leave me sometimes like this where I'm going, man, what the hell happened? Like it really I haven't streamed in 8 days and I've been reasonably consistent about not taking time off of my stream because, and especially Monster Train, because I feel like as soon as I start to miss days, like miss days without any reason, uh, it becomes like it compounds and then all of a sudden I just don't do it anymore. That's how it is for like everything I do though, I feel. And so, you know, it's real hard. I think, honestly, Monster Train and the YouTube channel is definitely the reason that we're still here. Because without this, well, one, the numbers would be much lower, and if my numbers were lower, then, you know, at the end of the day, I try not to look at them, but it is hard not to look and go, wow, green number, good. But, you know, either way, I'm just gonna do another Monster Train because I don't know what else to do. Normally I would do a first look, but I don't really have... I have a bunch of games that Dev sent me keys for, but I just haven't felt like going through them yet. I just kind of want to play Monster Train, honestly. It has been a week. Maybe I just missed the game. I don't know. I will warn you before I carry on. It is raining. It's a nice gentle rain, but there is a decent amount of thunder happening, so you may hear some of that, although no one has ever complained about it. Like every time I've mentioned it, people have said, hey, there's no thunder, you're good. So, you know. Hey, this morning when I recorded, I had 10 gigs on my hard drive, and now I have 43. But I didn't delete anything. What happened? Well, that's going to be something that I will investigate later after this episode. For now, I want to ask you about storms, I guess, because it is storming. I'm sure I've talked about this many times by now, but when I was much younger, I was afraid of storms, as I feel many people are. Big, loud noise, scary for a small child. I am no longer a small child, but I still feel a little bit of nervousness in the storms. I'll share a story with you, I suppose, in this intro segment. However, I'll start the run and then I will share the story. How about that? I'll cut you a deal here, because the first combat should be easy and I should be able to carry on this anecdote a little bit. But how do you feel about storms? You tell me. You got any stories about them? I will share one with you. But after you like, comment, and subscribe. Umbra Wurmkin, Double Barrel Curse Patient, and Umbra Echo Transfer Void Binding. It's a Wurmkin day. Listen to that thunder I was talking about. If you didn't hear that one, you won't hear any of it. I imagine you heard that though, it was pretty loud. Hardened Hull Notice Stone. We should have a coffee after this. I think Hardened Hull is fun, and if we get Architect, we could play some cool, like, Endless Egg nonsense, which sounds like a lot of fun. So I'm down for that. Architect me. Oh yeah, I'm in. Now, could I play Trample Void Binding? Yeah, sure, but, you know. So, here's a story from long ago. I believe I was 16 or 15 when this happened, around there. I was a teenager, and so it was storming, as it does, and my power went out, as it does. You know, I live in rural America. The infrastructure out here is grim, I would say, is one way to put it. And so it was like 2 or 3 in the morning, and my dad woke me up, and he was like, "Hey, we gotta go. Come help me with the generator." Basically, is what he said to me. We gotta do this right now, or else the basement's gonna flood, because that is just how it is out here. If you have a power outage, you have to go fix it, or else there's a flood because the pumps aren't working to pump the water out from the. Hold, I gotta count. Makes no difference, right? makes no difference. Yeah, but there'll be water, it'll flood, it's a whole ordeal. So I got up, I was very tired, and I wasn't really paying close attention to what he was talking to me about. He was telling me what I had to do, and I was like, yeah, it'll be fine, I'm sure. I'm gonna take 5 here, it's fine. Long story short, so basically there's a plug in the basement that he feeds out to me, and then I have to plug that plug into the generator. You can probably, if you have a guess where this is going. I was not paying. Hold on, I gotta put train steward down somewhere. I think train steward. Let me do a quick bit of calculating here. 5. Yeah, one more round of 57 should be enough. And it is. I wasn't paying super close attention because it was 3 in the morning and I was in my pajamas with no shirt on, sitting in wet grass. And he feeds the plug out to me, and he plugs it into the house power, and I unknowingly touch the other end of the plug with my thumb and just sit there and get electrocuted. And I am screaming in pain because I'm being electrocuted, and he goes, "Oh, I thought a bug was on you. Sorry." And then I went inside. That wasn't very cool. Now, I'm not really afraid of storms, but I don't like plugging in generators anymore. I will say that. That wasn't very cool. I'm okay, I just have a scar on my thumb where I touched the plug. Packed morsels making of a morsel immortal trade here. It's like, I should probably pick a mortal trade, especially after not winning that relentless. I should probably pick a mortal trade, just slap a little lifesteal down. If I'm gonna play an egg-based line, none of these cards are that important. I don't think you want to play Bogfly Infusion. There's got to be better. I mean, it's Morsel Maker is probably your best infusion for Bogfly Egg. I'm good with Bounding Echoes here. Shelter is kind of meh. Kinhost Vessel. It is, of the eggs in the game that I would like to play, it is in my top 3. It's not bad, right? Let me count. We have an Intrinsic Space Prism as our champion, so you can play like 4 of these. You can play 3 of these if you take no space. And they should hatch reasonably quickly. I mean, it's not terrible. Yeah, and there's no Wurmkin banner in the next ring. I'll take the Vessel. That's fine. Yes, there's a little story to regale you with. There's not a whole lot of interesting decision making in there. Yeah, endless. Cool. And in there, I mean in Combat 1. So, I figure why not switch it up. And it relates to the storms. Although not really the storms as much. I'm not clicking either of these units. I will click Morsel Maker, and that's the end of my list. I will put Endless on Kinhost Vessel. Now, the fun part about this is because we got Hardened Hull, you don't actually have to give Kinhost Vessel a defensive infusion because he already has 30 armor. So, what we get to do instead is not do that. And yeah, I would prefer Bogflies because they're a little bit cheaper to get played. However, I will not be choosy here. I am also fine with the egg. It's fine. You just have to make this, as is often the case in a run of this nature, we are just going to try to make the egg better. I'm gonna grab Collector. I mean quicker to hatch, and by quicker to hatch I mean give me purple card. Because right now, until he hatches, he is pretty not good. I do have to admit. You're at 20. This puts you at not low enough. On the bright side, this combat doesn't hurt us all that much. On the downside, this combat does hurt us. There is no reason not to click the Void Binding on the morsel. I guess. Like, maybe it's better to play this in Inference. I don't really care. Make the morsel hit enemy. It's good. And by good, I mean fun. And by fun, I mean, where the hell is my purple? Monster Train. Don't do this to me. Not okay. This is just gonna be damage. I mean, the reason I take damage here is because the combat is the combat that it is. It's curses. Curses slow down your draws. And that is causing me trouble, but it's also going to be like, well, I don't take as much damage because the curse has slowed down my draws, and that is why it took me so long to draw this. So ultimately, as long as they weren't all in the bottom of the deck, we were fine, and they weren't, so we're fine. And if I did die here, it would have been better to play bottom floor, because then maybe I could have killed the curses, but I didn't. Purple Perils is fine. I gotta click some purple cards here. God, don't make it Bogfly, though. Get out of here. I'm not gonna take Echo Infusion. It clashes pretty heavily with our game plan. If one of the kin host vessels dies, c'est la vie. Quick, not really what I'm after. Kin host vessel, that infusion is not ideal. I would rather not take it. I was gonna say I'll open the Horde and maybe we can get Hardened Hull. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Let me crack this bad boy open. It's worth looking here for... Well, not these, but I'll take Capricious. It's worth looking for something related to generating echoes. Kariska, by name. I'm not gonna roll this, because what I should have done is I should have rolled it first and then opened the Horde, but I didn't. So I shouldn't roll it because if it's a 115 multi-strike... Well, actually, this is an interesting question. This is one of those biases that I have that is just incorrect. I should roll this because it's not like there's a limited number of... Like, seeing multi-strike in this shop and not being able to buy it does not mean that I can't see multi-strike in the next shop, or like my odds are any different. So I should roll this. I think that it would be nice if I had 115 here. Yeah, Exhibit A, but it wasn't multi-strike, so it's okay. 115 is the highest an item can cost in there. I believe the cost range is 95 to 115 on Covenant 25. And I mean, it's Covenant, what? What's the Covenant where the shifts cost more? 18. And there's a Covenant 18 difficulty spike. But I think it's right to reroll there because 95, 100, 105, 110. If it's multi-strike, the odds are like 4 out of 5 that it's pickable. That math may be flawed, I am not sure, but I'm not going to challenge my beliefs either. I'm just going to throw a Reap out and let this Train Steward go get hit. Should I have let the kin host take it? I'm not answering that question at this time, I apologize. I'm actually closed for questioning until further notice, sorry. Remove 4 Train Stewards, add draw, add energy. This run gets there. I believe, anyway. This run should be fine. Moving forward. May as well feed our boy here. And it doesn't matter where I put it, he's hatching. As long as he hatches, it's good. Like, hatches by now, because this unit, the Kinhost Vessel, or the Kinhost, what was he, Pupa? I think he's a Pupa. I think it's Kinhost. It is Kinhost Pupa. This unit kills backline when he attacks. He has to get hit by them, of course, but he does kill them for you, which is good. I do not have a complaint about that. I'm gonna let this one live, and I'm just gonna use the egg to chump for him. On the next 2 rounds, he's basically just gonna get tanked for by the egg, because I don't need to hatch 2 of them to win this combat. There's no Reap. That makes sense. I'm gonna go ahead and play the Void Binding here. I think it is worth it to just put the damage shield up. No, that's really stupid. Oh no, that's like actually game losing is what that is. That is absolutely awful. One of my worst plays in recent memory. Oh my god. Because now I can't chump block for him. What the hell was I thinking? I wasn't thinking, that's what. Oh, on the bright side I have Immortal Trade. On the downside, Immortal Trade actually does not help me here because Daedalus is going to hit twice, and so Daedalus hits, you hit twice, your Immortal Trade goes to 2. Daedalus hits, Immortal Trade will give you like 1 more round, maybe. That probably is fine. Now, do I want to play spells next turn? Void Binding is probably better than Immortal Trade. I mean, it is actually just straight up better than Immortal Trade. That's not a probably here. So, I will play for Void Binding. But I think I didn't go hard here because, yeah, I think that's enough. the damage. I was bailed out by a damage shield morsel. I deserve defeat here. I should not have won that. That void binding play was very boneheaded, stupid. And I am willing to click hold over Wretch because it's free and purple. This card is insane for the wrong reasons here. Overgorger. I just picked up hold over Wretch, and I have nothing to infuse on Kinho's Vessel. Presently. I mean, you know, it's fine. I would not write home about it, but I'm probably going to title the episode after it, because it's cool. But I don't think it's very good. But it is cool. It lets me go left here without a guilty conscience and just grab this vortex. Oh baby, commemorative spike. And now we're talking. You know, if you asked me which relic was I going to become not on speaking terms with first, I would have picked Commemorative Spike. Absolutely, I would have picked Commemorative Spike. But somehow Wing Steel is worse in my mind. Like, Commemorative Spike is never going to screw me over here. I'm always going to be able to eat with my units whoever I want. No problem, I'm going to get the 6/6. The worst case is that it's going to give a little bit of harvest out, but I don't mind. I don't have to duplicate my egg either, so I can take this money and then go to the trinket shop in the next ring. Like, Commemorative Spike, I know what I'm getting. With Wing Steel, it's always like, yeah, and then you draw a card that you do not want to draw, and you die. And, also, this part's important too, fuck you. And then, you know what, Monster Train, I don't like that. Kinda rude. I'm trying to stay in the habit of playing the egg first because sometimes, not this time, but sometimes egg first is going to hatch on turn 1. And if that's the case, and like it's just a habit thing, because you could say, and you would not be wrong to say, well, shouldn't you just do it case by case? Yeah, sure, I should. But oh, I should have. This is a common problem. I should have played Bounding Echoes second. Also, this morsel just kills itself, so I may as well grab Collector with him. I thought about this position as well, and I basically accepted the damage that I'm going to take here. Don't play Echo Transfer, just hatch the egg. Get the second one started, it's much better this way. Much better this way. Because now we play purples and things just die. Like so. Morsels first this time around. Does the... Now, here's a great Monster Train question for you. Now, the egg steals my echoes, so I take the 1. It's fine. In the video game Monster Train, if you have an egg and the egg is infused with an Overgorger, and you hatch the egg and then the hatched unit eats something, does it... I mean, you see the question, right? Does it? I can't finish the question, I can't think of it. Oh, does the egg keep the plus? That is the question. I do believe I know the answer, and I'm almost certain the answer is no. I am almost certain that the answer to this question is no, it does not. But I'm not 100% certain, I will tell you that. 14, I want to get to, like, this. Now, I do miss the hatch and take the Ember Drain, which is not ideal, but look at all these morsels. I mean, I guess I can do this. You want to play the Rubble Morsel in front. This is optimized morsel setup to get like 15 damage on the boss. Oh no, it's not. I thought this was the other boss. I did not know which boss it was. Never mind, I apologize. I was incorrect. I was decidedly false. I thought it was the other boss. I thought it was Party Boy. At least it wasn't... Yeah. I mean, yeah. At least it was not... At least I didn't take 5 curses. At least it wasn't Thoughtbinder. I remembered their name this time. I forgot Thoughtbinder when I tried to name every boss in this game. I think now I could, but I could not remember Thoughtbinder last time. Engine upgrade with a -1 is cool. Give it a An intrinsic, perhaps? These cards have extract on them and hurt my egg hatching plans, and my life is just lived to egg hatch. So, here I am. I should check the temple status. Yeah, we got 4. I don't want to take 10 pack shards here. I don't think it's worthwhile. Because I'm about to go to 55 and heal. Precious plating is, whatever. If I wanted to be hip, I could start calling things mid. Precious plating is mid. Am I cool? Yeah, I'm gonna end up at 65, but I'm ending up at 65 with a better pickup here. Because I'm gonna play intrinsic engine upgrade. And now I get to take double space, or double space? Double draw. Or draw space. One of the two. Drop cage. These are not good. Light's Gift is good. Light's Gift is very good, yeah. Oh, I cannot argue with that. Not needed, but absolutely love. Oh, and Railforger's Hammer. Wow, it really is just excellent. I think monstertrain is trying to extend me a little bit of an olive branch here. A little bit of a hope for peace over to into my court after giving me a few stinkers to return to the game. And you know what, monstertrain? Apology not accepted. I'm not that easy, monstertrain. You made your bed. Now you gotta lie. Sadly, I can only kill 2 of these, so I am getting hit. But it's probably fine. Oh no, I can only kill 1 of these because of the Kinhost Vessel, of course. Well, it's okay. I'm actually going to put this engine upgrade up here, and I'm going to play Echo Transfer. It's better because I need multiple hits, basically, to kill these sycophants. Now, nervous laughter. That wave looks a little frightening. And by a little frightening, I mean, oh ho ho, oh ho ho, oh god. Roughly. Collector is gonna be jacked. Should I have gotten another Echo there? Maybe. The Collector was dazed. True. Yeah, I'm gonna do this in the correct order this time. Oh ho, oh ho ho. I need to hatch this unit. I can do it with Immortal Trade, which is good. This is a lot of damage on my doorstep. Like a large amount of damage on my doorstep. It is not ideal. I believe... Well, the problem here is that I can't fracture this unit and kill it. Oh. 14... it's like 14... It's fine. Just don't look. Okay. Come down here and just look away. My deck here. These are cards. There is an Umbra Assault, so I should leave one of these 4/1s, which means I should leave them both, and I should just fracture to kill. Oh, look at this. I could have done something a little bit funky here. I mean, I guess this is funky in its own right. Because they're all dazed, I can use the morsels to kill the enemies. I did not think about using the morsels to kill the enemies. Somehow that slipped my mind, but I will take it. So I want to keep the egg in front now because I want it to eat. This was a misplay, but it didn't hurt me as much. I should have played this morsel in the front to kill the sycophant, but what's done is done. We're gonna walk out of this combat reasonably okay. Thankfully I have Shade Splitter and not the other one, so I'm getting to eat a reasonable number of morsels. Thankfully I have Shade Splitter. That is what he just said, yeah. Now Holdover Wretch here is a little bit tough. I have to put forth, there may be too many morsels. If you can believe it. think it's actually okay, because what I'm gonna do here is... Oh no, I had to play it up here! No! Oh, what a big mistake, man. I could have eaten so many morsels. Oh, that's sad. Oh no, I couldn't have. It's Sweet Boss. Alright, never mind. Thank you, Monster Train, for killing my fun. I don't know why the hell I put that on the Clip Defender there, but here we are. Yeah, if I put that on the Sycophant, we're chilling, no problem. 1675. Here's the thing. I did so much math in the run I played this morning. I'm just gonna throw this out. It's not gonna kill anything. Well, it might. You know, let's play it like this, because I think that this might make it do enough damage. It didn't. I'm just gonna take the damage. I am privileged in that I can just take 16 there and be okay with it. I don't have to do the math, and I don't want to do the math. Fuck you, Sweet Boss. I should get more damage here. Look at this. This should be allowed, Sweet Boss. Fuck you. Wait, the egg hatches. Hang on a minute, the boss almost dies. Wait a second, he almost dies here. That egg almost killed my man. Yeah, alright. I took 38 in that combat, but it's basically because of the trial. Man, I'd skipped drop cage, and I could have had drop cage with a holdover cave-in. Oof. These purples have been pretty bad. You could make a case for Soul Siphon. You could. I'm not going to. I don't want it. But you could make a case for it. It's not terrible there. It's just another intrinsic bait. Because, like, otherwise you're Ember draining your floor and skipping a turn to hatch the egg, and then you don't get to replay the egg because you skipped a turn. I'm gonna roll for the multi. Ooh. This is pretty fun. My egg is an 11. He got 11 eats out, which is 11 permanent attack. I know it doesn't seem very good, but like, it's fine. It's not exciting, but it's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and intrinsic the Wretch. I don't know what else I'm gonna do with my pack shard allotment, so whatever. Pretty soon, but it's scary to get rid of our only pings. Especially pings that generate morsels. In a run with Overgorge or Infusion. Yeah. Ultimate Penance fell, as always, just really annoying, but we'll make do. I want to play bottom floor here, because I can, and because if I play bottom floor, then when it fills up I can keep playing the eggs on the higher floors, and that's kind of cool. I should purple up first. Yeah. I lose the Light's Gift, but as we saw in that last combat, I don't think it matters all that much. I am going to get hit by this first wave, but this is probably worth it. Hatch egg turn 1, we really just get the cruise. And then I will probably just leave space here, or... Oh yeah, he's cardless. I know that. Oh yeah, there's enemies here. I forgot. Absolutely forgot they were there. Yeah. This is what I would like. I would like to... I'm just gonna take the one, it's not a big deal. And Umbra here, I suppose. What morsel is in there? Oh. Spoiled for choice, truly. So, what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna make like a morsel haven, where I throw all the excess morsels now. And then when this guy hatches, he just goes and eats 5 morsels real quick, snack. Yeah, it took 1. Well, respectfully, get out of here. He is well void binding our boy. I'm gonna slow this down here. I need to watch this combat at like 2 because I don't know who eats. Who eats here? Does the egg eat or does the hatch eat? The egg eats. That is very good to know. I have no idea. I really did not know. I guessed, and I would have guessed that the egg was the one that was eating, but I had no clue for real. I want to hatch him? No. Yeah, because I want him to go top 4, because I'm gonna put these morsels up here. So I should hatch, and I should get the morsels. And I know you might look at this and go, hey, what about the boss? Isn't this a little bit scary? To which I would of course say, nah, not really. I'm taking Ember Drain, I'm taking some curses here and there. I don't really care. I drop my man and he eats a lot of stuff. Like, it's endless eggs, we're just kind of fucking around here. I'm putting like, when he hatches, he does not just die, he does leave behind a brother. And that brother eats. Not enough capacity. Bottom floor is getting a little bit weakened. That I cannot deny. But it's fine. It's actually really good to be able to just be dropping eggs on multiple floors. It is not bad. This was a lot of eggs. Or a lot of morsels, I should say. Like, the egg itself is a formidable unit at this point. I'd like to give you a good immortal trade. I think it's actually better if I don't win Relentless, though, because I want to have more time, right? I think I prefer to lose Relentless on the bottom floor so that I can spend more time eating. Yeah, this is good. This is a good outcome. Now, there's no way... If I play the egg on the mid floor and get another hatch out, I will never not beat Fel. So, we should play it top 4. Because I get an extra turn of eating. And that's good. End turn, I don't want it to hatch. I think that he loses. Yes, very good. And then on the top floor, there is no chance. Fel will be destroyed. And we maximized our eats, I gotta say. And he'll hatch on this turn as well, if he so needs to do. But he did not. And look at that, we got a lot of eats out of this. I feel like I optimized very well for a number of overgorged eats here. And that was cool. And I only took 1 for it. Well, one of these is good. No, it's not Symphony of the Soul. It's Accelerated Incubation. Yeah, you got it. I got space, and I got energy, so I will take draw. Seems like the storm has passed. Oh yeah, I can just take 50 pack shards here. That is fine. Thanks, Malika. Alright. Now, big reveal here? How'd we do? We were at 11 before. Oh my god, I ate 29 morsels in that combat? That's insane. I would have guessed like maybe 15. That is very good. A great performance. I will go right. Vapor Funnel. Sure. Our early combat is not great, so Vapor Funnel just clips the enemies that are gonna waltz on by. Too bad. I don't want to play like another accelerated incubation, maybe? Could go for a second wretch, but that seems terrible. I don't think I want any of these duplicated. I'll take accelerated incubation, but it's kind of close. Guess I could have intrinsic'd it. Yeah, that would have been good. I mean, I guess I still can. There's nothing stopping me. Yeah, it's not even that good to have both of them intrinsicked. I think it's fine this way. One of them is probably the better answer, because if I have to do if I do both of them, I'm over by 5 packed shards, which is fine. It's not bad. I think I'm strong enough to take this trial. I think I am very strong, but we have to gauge ourselves properly, and by that I mean I took a +8. I have to not fly into a 14 damage sweeping pyre wings and get smoked here. I have to give the Kinho's vessel a little more space. It hatches turn 1, right? Yeah. Without the engine upgrade, it does, indeed. But goes down. You just go like retch, and you go like accelerated incubation, and then you go, he's out. Out of his cage, he's been doing just fine, as one may say. This is probably going to be a relegated to top 4 play, but mostly because of the sweepers, I fear. I ignored the collector. I know it's there. I don't think I could have done anything. It's 5 HP. There's no way. Oh, also, if I play top 4, I have light skiff. This dude who is me forgot about light skiff. Can you believe that? I can, actually. He does seem very forgetful. May as well fill up on purples. We're at the 7 unit limit. Now it gets to be a little bit more tricky. Not yet. Next time is where it gets to be a little bit more tricky, I think. Next time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fine. Put bounding echoes down. Just to be safe, you know, we're gonna steamroll this combat. But this is a run where we have meta scaling. And so when you have a run with meta scaling, sure, I could just crush this run, but what I want to do is I want to crush my... I want to crush the Divinity because I scaled so well here. There's a higher calling. God, that way would annihilate me without light skiff. That is so much damage. Not a terrible setup. He gets 1 round. I should have foreseen this and played, but I should have... I mean, I guess played is fine. I should have put the -1 space from engine upgrade mid-floor, because I could have maybe gotten 1 more morsel out of the deal. But that is not that big of an issue. I'll win this, please. Thank you. I need another round of eating. I have a great need, and that need is to feed. I hunger. Yeah, the top 4 is pretty grim for the enemies. It feels pretty good though, I gotta say. This run really is a dream. And monstertrain, apology accepted. I wanted to press end turn there, but I should take my 2 more. Yes, he lives at 10 HP, so I get to eat. Very good, very good. Blazing Bolts, Ember Forge, Battle Forge. Oh, baby. I don't really want anything here. Like, I really just don't want to take any cards, I don't think. Big reveal. How did we do? We infused here. So we had 1, 2, 3 combats of overgorging. How did we do? 62? That is not too shabby, I gotta say. Extremely acceptable. And okay with that. Let's get an extra upgrade slot. Ugh. I'm at the magic shop, but like, what do I want? What do I want? I don't really want anything. Maybe, no, remove consume engine upgrade is bad. Holdover is already there. I don't want any of this. I don't want that. I want to put +20 consume on Umbra Assault, and then I guess a -1 on Shade Splitter. And then a reroll. Holdover. Holdover Perils is right there. Sadly, my eyes are closed. I don't think it's that good. Let's get some removals rolling now. Mortal Trade, my frontline uses armor. Sorry. Echo Transfer can stay. Get rid of Void Binding, I think. Maybe just get rid of Perils. I don't know. I'm down for Cleansing Water. Reroll. Mind Horde lets you bank 5 echoes, which is how many it takes to hatch the egg. Not that important, but like, it's fine. there a plus 10 over here? Yeah. Put it on Umbra, so I'll pretend like it helps. It helps a little. I'm gonna cut out a fracture. I don't like I'm cutting purple cards now, but I'm cutting purple cards that are like Shade Splitter loses a lot of value in the next combat. In the next combat, I should say. I should not speak like Patient Seraph is a foregone conclusion, but like my brother's not gonna have a great time. Alright. I think this one turned out pretty well. The over egg. What do I call this one? Like I want to call it like over easy, but that doesn't really convey that this is an overgorger egg. I don't really want to call it a scramble either, because this is not a scramble of a run. This run is decidedly not a scramble. This one is very sure of itself. I don't know. Right, so Seraph does have his privilege, and his privilege is that he does not get hit by light skip, or yeah, light skip, not vapor funnel. So he does get to walk up here and just kill Kinhost. True. Or, I mean, more accurately, he's going to kill this Kinhost vessel, except he's not actually going to be able to kill it either. I'm not worried about Seraph at all, because I can just throw a singular morsel down and completely negate the enemy. And also we have Holdover Wretch, which I don't know if you remember that or not, but Holdover Wretch, the rest of the plan, I don't think I mentioned it, but there was a secret subtext to my planning. And that secret subtext was that, yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool to just be able to generate a chump blocker every round. Pretty nice. Or in this case, 3, even. Now, maybe I could have done this a little bit differently, but I'd like to get more eats, but I'm not that worried about the eats here. It's going to be a pretty long run, I feel, because we're going to win, but it's going to take a while to get there. Maybe I just fill out the floor, but no, I can't, because I don't gauge the power of this run super well, I fear, and I don't want to accidentally just die. Get cocky and kill myself here seems not great. I wouldn't like it anyway. It's just tedious to play all these morsels. It's good, but it's tedious. Speaking of tedious, you know what unit I've been thinking about a lot lately and have not seen? Morsel Maid, man. It's been like 100 episodes, I swear. Hey, someone, if you want to do a little research, I might do a little research as well on my own. How long has it been since I last played Morsel Maid? When was the last episode that I got that unit? I feel like it has to have been a while, right? I killed all my morsels, by the way, but I'm not too worried about it because I have a lot of Kinhost. His brother's gonna have a little bit of trouble down here. A shame, but not that big of an issue. Yeah, as long as he gets to eat a little bit, it's fine. And then I'm just gonna reuse the egg as the chump blocker, where pertinent. I really feel like it has been an extremely long time, though, since I last saw the unit. I feel like it feels like it's been so long. I'd say maybe I would say maybe around episode 300-ish. Somewhere in that range is where I would put the last Overgorge, or Morsel Maid. I think it might have been an Overgorge or Morsel Maid combo run, actually. I do not remember. If this floor loses to Patient Seraph, there is no god. I'm just gonna put it bluntly. There is no way that this floor does not kill this boss. Also, I can play like 2 morsels down here. I don't think I can hatch. 1, 2, 3, no. If I had purpled up the morsels and kept them, I could hatch, but, you know. I'll just take my, like, 300 damage. Yeah. He gets 1 hit. That's about what I expected. Even if he didn't die, like, even if somehow he didn't die to those Koopas, he would have to die to the Reap, right? I don't want this. I don't need health. Thank you, though. I'm gonna take some IRL health. IRL? What the hell, man? I'm gonna drink some water. There you go. You can't hear it because, you know, it'd be kind of weird if you could, but my drinking of the water was in time with the intro chanting of this combat. Now this is where my morsels become obsolete, but it's fine because we got, through Overgorger, 72 base attack on Kinhost Vessel. That is really good. I would have been happy with like 30, honestly. Just some base attack to hit an enemy is enough to be like, yeah, that's good. And 72 times 2 is really good. Alright, but what are we gonna do is we're gonna do, I'm actually gonna make a little bit of an interesting play here. Maybe not interesting, but... Oh, I meant to put the purple down on these units. That was a mistake. I apologize. Let me just skip the bounding echoes. I'll get it later. We can pretend like that was planned. Anyway, I'm gonna place an egg mid-floor and I'm just gonna let it hatch right away. Like so. It's gonna get to eat 2 morsels, get a little bit of bonus stats. It's just gonna sit there. I think it actually just dies immediately, right? No, it does not die immediately, and it kills this entire wave almost. So 39, you're at 46. I would like to throw you a little bit of support down here, my brother. I mean, there is not a... Penumbra's gonna die. That's not a bad thing. And I think that there is no reason to not just reinforce our good buddy down here. You're at 47. Every spell I play is +6. And you're taking 39. I would love to play 2 cards here. But I believe if I play 2 cards, this vessel dies, right? It's like if you're gonna add 12 damage because it's +2 times 3 is 6. 6, 12 is 40. It's 51. You're at 47. You will die. I cannot be okay. Actually, no, because this wave dies. It's fine for me to just come up here and put another echo down. We're banking echoes for when we have to retreat, which will probably be next round. Here is where I believe I need to make a move. Yeah, this is not optimal. This is the punishment for what I have done. However, someone put Consume on an Umbra assault. And all of a sudden, things don't look so bad. And we'll have a lot of... This is gonna time out just about right, but it is almost entirely because of good luck. But hey, I'll take it. I'm gonna pick off the spikes. The spikes are a lot of morsels die to sweep here. That's fine. And now we begin our top floor deployment. So I want to make sure I play these in the correct order. The correct order is to Wretch, then Echoes. Gives the egg purples, and it gives these morsels purples, although the morsels do not live for very long. Sadly, they do not live for very long. This is a little bit grim. You hatch though. You hatch by a lot, but I am behind pretty significantly because of my fucking around now. It is not a moderate amount that we find ourselves down here, and then Penumbra dying on the worst possible turn is basically par for the course. It's more or less exactly what I expect out of Penumbra here, to say the least. 102 is less than 132. You should go in front. Have to just not, like, die here. That has to be the end game goal. I get a lot of Reap down. So I should accelerate incubation because it's going to allow more damage to go through thanks to the Reap. Yeah. I can probably kill most of them here. Am I dead? Do you kill me from full health? Let's see. I'm not full health. I'm 106. You're at Ooh. The front one is dead. It's just this one who is at, what was it? It's like 12 times. No, there's no way he killed me. He'd have to hit me like 10 times. He'd have to be like 400 health. No way I die here. The only thing I have to not do is I have to not play Rubble Morsel. At this point, you have to look at Wretch as... No way I die. It hurts, but it's not... You have to look at Wretch as just a purple every round. That's all. And all we do now is, like, stop fucking around, basically. I took my damage for trying to have fun. I forgot, a classic mistake on my end, I forgot that in Monster Train, on the Divinity, you cannot have fun. The game, it takes it away from you. You try to have fun, and then you take 1,000,000 damage to the Harvest Way. That's how it goes as part of the game. No big deal. I should have kept the... lifesteal, so I could not have a pupa die. Not a big deal, because I have the purples to sustain. And, like, one of these dies is not the end of the world. But no longer can I play the fun, like, ooh, what if I put these units on every floor, and then maybe I could get some more eats and make a bigger number? No. No longer shall we subject ourselves to having fun. It's over, Monster Train. Fun is cancelled. I could actually see this getting away from me here. Now that I'm starting to look at it a little bit closer. I need to look at ways to sneak in more damage pre-relentless, and I think it's going to be things like this is what I want to do. I just want to take out enemies where I can. Because what's going to happen is they're going to start dying every round, right? Because I'm playing one of these every round, and I'm playing an egg every round, and I am taking a 9 damage every round. Eventually it's just going to start cascading. Oh, hey, it's kind of interesting. 132 times 2, you take 996. If I could, it would be great for you to take your swing here. Gives us a round to restock our purples as well on the top floor, which is nice. No, he does. Cool. Just soften the relentless by 1 enemy. Nice. Because the Divinity is going to spike his health, or spike his attack here. Oh, I didn't hatch the egg! Oh my god, I didn't hatch the egg! Oh, what a disaster. Oh my god. He didn't hatch the egg. No. That's not ideal, I have to say. That's just really bad. I think I lose. I don't think I win. I don't think I win at all. I think I am dead. That is ridiculous. It was very surprising. 324. Because it's like, these two just die immediately. If I hatch the egg, it's no problem, man, because then I have the egg again. And I just play a fresh one and he kills everything. How did I forget to hatch the egg? After all of this thinking, I forget to hatch the egg. Oh, how disgusting. And this unit sweeps, so I can't chump block anything. And I can't, like, oh my god, I cannot believe I did this to myself. I even started to recognize, like, hey, this could get a little bit bad here. But there's no way that this vessel ever lives. Ugh, what a nightmare. I'm not replaying this combat. This combat took way too long for me to sit down and replay it. There's nothing I can find here. Yeah. It doesn't matter. I lost. I had to play this, like, I killed one and it was fine. I just had to hatch the Eggman, and then I just put an egg top floor. It's full health. It comes out, kills an enemy, comes out. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. But no, I forgot to hatch the egg. It's really frustrating. Not like Monster Train frustrating. That's me frustrating. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna play it the boring way now, I guess. I tried to mess around and get more eats and play mid-floor and have fun. No longer. I'm actually gonna replay it because I think that if I play this in the uninteresting way, this is an extremely easy combat. But I was like, I don't know, it's just, what if I put an egg mid-floor? How interesting or uninteresting, whatever. Here you go, Monster Train. I'll do it, fine. I'll play the boring line where I just place an egg at top floor every turn. Put me to sleep. Z, 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 Z. That's me sleeping. That's fine. I just, you know, the Divinity, great addition to this game. Sometimes I get a little upset. I want to do cool things, Monster Train, and the Divinity stops me. I think that the Divinity and Chase Seraph are the two, like, hey, that cool thing you wanted to do, no. It's like, this hits you. They go, hey, nah, cut it out. Stop that. And I go, but why, Monster Train? Why can I not do the cool thing? Why can I not fill my train with a bunch of eggs? And the answer is because I didn't duplicate, of course. But that's aside the point. It's unrelated to the current conversation. I was thinking about this accelerated incubation. It's probably worth playing soon. Like here even, I think, is where. Don't feed the harvest. It's fine. I mean, it's just like, this is, of course, much better. And then you play your egg on a different floor when there is no more room. And it's fine. I just wanted to make a bigger number. I would like for you to die. Die or hatch. I think die is the better outcome. I mean, it's the attainable outcome is what I should say. He can't hatch, but he can die. Here. And this is where it starts to cascade and you go, hey, those spikes are a little bit troubling, aren't they? Well, yes, they sure are. Maybe I should have gotten the second egg. I don't know. Doesn't seem right, does it? I don't think so. If I just keep playing the eggs, I'm sure it's fine. If I die after playing all the eggs, or like playing egg top for every round, that would be surprising, I will say. I should look at this spikes enemy and try to kill it with a reap, which I can do. You throw it 2 reaps and it dies, no problem. It does kind of catch you here a little bit, doesn't it? 32, 132, 132, and then 103. It doesn't make a... No, it does make a difference. You'd rather have 2 132s hit. Yeah, it's a little better. And then these guys died of the vapor funnel, so it's not a big issue. The spikes are what threw me off here, but, you know. It's fine, it's fine. It is like maybe there's a bit of a lesson to be learned here as well, which is fine. I mean, it's not a big deal, because I don't play the Endless Egg gameplay very often. So you can look at it and you can go, hey, there's a little bit of something to take away from this. You gotta keep your eyes peeled. And maybe just play a second one in this position, but, you know. Ultimately, I was correct, but also I was not as far ahead in this run as I felt. Because I felt like I was very far ahead in this run. I felt like this was a freebie, but it was not necessary. There was a losing line, because AoE sweep is rude. If I place you bottom floor, will you win? Because I'm actually still losing, and that's gotta be top floor, right? 2, 3, this is enough to hatch. Wow, I actually still lose this. What the hell? That's crazy. I still lose. I don't believe it. How about that? I appear to have been incorrect about this line, actually. It is not so easy. How does this die? What goes wrong here? How do you not kill? Should pop out. It feels like this should do 2,000 damage easily. I guess we'll just watch it. What was wrong? Oh, it's because this one dies on the second hit. Yeah, okay. Well, how about that? Endless eggs with Overgorger? As free as we may have expected. What was I supposed to do here? I mean, really, the answer is I took out the damage shield. Up until then, we were having no problem with our survivability because I had a lot of morsels, and the morsels were giving me a ton of stats and scaling me like crazy. And then on the Divinity, that stopped happening. Yeah. It didn't feel like it. It really did not feel like it was the case. But this run, up until the Divinity, was actually very much winning because of morsels. And then I took out my damage shield and lost too. I could have kept it in the kept the lifesteal wasn't that good, but I should have kept the damage shield. I should have played holdover perils and I should have put the damage shield in. That's fine. I thought that this was fine. And my perception of this run was incorrect based on how much we were winning by in all the other combats because morsels. And you know, am I gonna say, oh, just change the divinity? Well, yeah, but they're not going to. This is just how it is. Umbra morsels aren't good. You gotta go hunt down morsel damage shield if you want to play a line that looks like this without the damage shield yourself. It's fine. I'm just a little sore. I want to feed a lot of morsels, but also no, I don't, because it's a lot of clicking on cards, and that's kind of clunky in this game. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave me a like. Subscribe if you want to see more. Maybe sometime this week I'll get to do a run that's less than an hour. I think yesterday's was 50 minutes, actually, so I shouldn't complain. Have a good one.